It's in the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go here in Inglewood. Good coverage by the kick team. Force him to start out back at the 23-yard line. The #1 overall pick coming off the historic season in Bloomington, winning the Heisman Trophy, and Fernando Mendoza leading the Indiana Hoosiers to a national title. Now he leads the Raiders.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
In motion, Besh. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. From the gun, here's Mendoza. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up third down. Out of the gun, Mendoza. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Already in his season 7 for Justin Herbert. Greg, he was the 6th overall pick back in 2020.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run here with Hampton. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. It's third down. They need 6 for the first down. From the gun, it's Herbert. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. That's taken in, and he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. In some rhythm, the drive rolling. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
We'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. On the give, here's Hampton. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Second down, they need 3. And they will take their final timeout of this half. And of note, since they're out of timeouts, they cannot challenge for the remainder of this half. Here's second and 3 to go. Pistol here for Herbert. That is caught, and he's in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is second TD catch of the season. Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Raiders 0. Dicker to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Raiders offense ready to get going with their second possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Here's Genty. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen. Numbers on the ground for Genty last time out. 16 carries, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Fake to Genty, and now Mendoza. Throw right side is taken in by Besh. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And the Raider first down.
And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Quarter 2 begins. It is Raider football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Run the draw with Genty. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
In motion, Besh. They'll go again with Genty. And he is buried in the backfield. Awesome cover. 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap for Mendoza. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This one from 54 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Chargers ball, and Ladd McConkey and the rest of the LA offense set to go to work again. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern Time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants open with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet at SoFi in Inglewood.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's in. Wilmorian Hampton. Touchdown, L.A. That his first touchdown of the new year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Oh, this ball is going to wind up nowhere close to the landing zone. Definite mishit there. This one's going to be spotted out beyond the 40. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drop. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. 2nd and a yard. To throw is Mendoza. To the left side, into the hands of Beck. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Center leads into the line for 1st and 10. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the 1st round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Chargers ball, and Omari and Hampton, they're back, coming out with the LA offense. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Wayne Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. He'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of... Stop the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Hampton. He's got a first down inside the 45. And he'll be taken down as time runs out and we've come to the end of the first half of play. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return.
The Chargers.
The Chargers. Going again, they'll have it first in this third quarter. So, Greg, people always say when the schedule comes out in May, what do you look for? Back-to-back home games usually not something you look forward to, but it does happen in this case. And when you get a win and you know you're going on the road week 3, that puts a little pressure on this one to get 2-0 at home to start the season.
And how good would they be feeling to start your year and know, all right, we've got 2 wins in the bank, we're playing well at home. It just allows everything in the building to take a deep breath. You know, Mike, it's just such an ideal way to start. Your fans are excited, the city's excited, everyone in the organization can settle in. So the schedule makers certainly did them a little bit of a favor here, so they've got to take advantage of it. Build off of last week, come out and play well again, and it really sets themselves up for the rest of this season.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Herbert now on first down. That one complete to Johnston. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. A give, and here comes Hampton. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward, gain of about 5.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll go again with Hampton, and he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
9 yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Herbert. Left side, he's got Njoku. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
17 yards.
17 yards on that connection. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
At the 13-yard line.
Second down
A
and
7-yard
3.
pickup brings up second and 3.
On the ground, this is Kamani Vidal. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
4 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Hampton. down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Herbert to throw. That is caught in the end zone. He's got it. And McConkey. Touchdown Chargers. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
21, Raiders 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Man in motion here is Tucker. On the play action, Mendoza. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. On first down, it's Mendoza. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing is Mendoza. That one caught by Beck. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. See what they do on 3rd and 4. To the air again, Mendoza. Oh, how about the coverage there? Nowhere to go with the football. He just throws it away. It brings up 4th down. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to lead to 4th down. They snap it to Mendoza. And he will go down under the pressure. They got him. That puts a serious dent into any chances of mounting a comeback. They'll turn it over on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That's to his second year at tight end, Oronde Gadsden.
Oronde Gadsden the second. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
Lion. Baylor Tiger.
Out of the pistol, here's Hampton. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
Kappa. Ram. Go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. It's a gain of 10 yards, and the Chargers have the first down.
Often we see a team that's milking a two-score lead get very conservative, especially in the fourth quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a two-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
On the ground, Hampton. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
A run, and this is Hampton. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hampton trying to work inside. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7. Now timeout Vegas, that is their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Now, Herbert. And he'll take it on in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
28, Raiders 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Ashton Genty and this Raiders offense coming back out for their next turn with the ball. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow.
To Malik Benson. A gain of 14. First down, Raiders.
A run out of the gun for Genty. And nothing doing here. Will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
To throw on second down, it is Mendoza.
The 43-yard line.
Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Mendoza. That's left side to Tucker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 14. And of Las Vegas, first down.
First and 10, and here's Mendoza. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now. Again, Mendoza. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empty. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance, and it paid off. First and goal coming up. Mendoza to throw again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 28, Raiders 17.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. They needed that to go their way to have any hope. It's corralled by the hands team, and that should just about wrap this one up. They'll drop to throw, and he'll just protect the football, go down, and take the sack. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is second and long.
Brings up second and 20 at their 48-yard line.
Pistol here for Herbert. And he'll just protect the football, go down, and take the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On third and long, it's Herbert. Now, a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. And he will go down under the pressure. They got him. That puts a serious dent into any chances of mounting a comeback. They'll turn it over on downs.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's fourth down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on fourth down.
Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one is over. It's in the win column season.